Good Sunday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I am the host for South Carolina Weather, just Peter Hill. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Sunday evening. Now, looking at the radar right now, as you can see, we do have some showers right now going over mostly parts of PD, Low Country, and parts of the Midlands of South Carolina. Right now, these showers are not really doing anything but just being a bit of a rain issue, obviously, but mainly just dropping some sprinkles, maybe some heavy downpours in some areas. But right now, that's all we're watching for. We're not watching for any type of wind, any type of hail, tornadoes, anything like that. Just a couple of showers out there for most of us. Cloud cover obviously is going to be at pretty much its maximum throughout most of South Carolina because when you get the rain, you get the clouds as well. And actually, I probably should talk about this, but if you look up in South Carolina, in the upstate of South Carolina, we do have freeze watches in effect. The reason why we have freeze watches is because starting not tonight, but Monday night through Tuesday morning, temperatures could get as low as 30 degrees, mainly throughout most of the upstate of South Carolina. So if you are inside the upstate of South Carolina, please watch out and bring those plants, and those pets inside. I mix pets and plants. And please bring those plants and pets inside. Um, Plants can be put inside of a garage or at like a corner of a house. Make sure that you have your faucets dripping outside. Um, let's see, what else? Oh, open up your cabinet so that the heat from the house can get to the pipes. And mainly just bringing your pets and your plants. Pretty much those are the really only two main things, but also protecting your pipes is also pretty important as well. So, anyways, like we were saying before I got distracted, um, cloud cover obviously is really heavy out there, especially in the upstate. Even though the upstate is really not even getting a lot of rain, but even though they're not getting a lot of rain, they're not getting. I mean, a lot of cloud cover. They're not getting a lot of rain, which is very interesting to see that the areas with the most amount of rain has the least amount of cloud cover. But anyways, um, we do have some fog also developing to our west as well. Places like North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, as well. Here is our current temperatures right now: 68 in Charleston, 66 in Columbia, 68 in Orangeburg, 66 in Walterboro, 64 in Beaufort, 66 in Georgetown, 68 Myrtle Beach, 68 Loris, 64 Rock Hill, 62 Greenville, 64 in Augusta. So those are some temperatures around there, around South Carolina. Here's our minimum temperatures for tonight: around 43 throughout the Greenville Spartanburg region, 45 throughout Anderson, 50 Columbia, 51 through Sumter, 52 Florence, 57 Myrtle Beach, 58 Charleston, 58 Savannah, 51 at Augusta. So, we are watching maybe for a chilly night tonight, especially once you get to the Midlands and the upstate of South Carolina. But if you live in like the Low Country or the PD region of South Carolina, it might just be like a regular spring night. Nothing too cold, around those mid to high 50s. The Midlands, the low 50s. The upstate, the low to mid 40s. So, do not be surprised if it gets a bit cooler than you may have thought it would. Here's our max wind gusts for the next 24 hours. 26 miles per hour wind gusts, and Anderson cannot be ruled out, so as Greenville as well with 22. 14 Columbia, 15 in Sumter, 16 in Florence, 15 Myrtle Beach, 20 Charleston, 21 that is Augusta, 19 Savannah. So, um, definitely gonna have to watch for potentially some a nice breeze or two going through those regions, especially up there inside the upstate near Anderson and Greenville. So just watch out. Maybe one of them might catch you off guard. We do have our next 24-hour precipitation totals. Charleston gets seen around 2/10 of an inch in around from now until 8 p.m. tomorrow, which I'm gonna guess that most of it's gonna come from tonight. A tenth of an inch can come into Myrtle Beach. Around 3/10 of an inch could fall inside Savannah, and Beaufort around 2/10, maybe a quarter of an inch for Beaufort. Columbia, Florence, Sumter could see around a trace to maybe even some tiny accumulation, maybe like 100th of an inch, maybe 500th of an inch. And then if you're in like Rock Hill, Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson, Augusta, even maybe, not really seeing the chance for too much rain or even any rain at all. So that's our 24-hour precipitation totals. Let's go ahead and move on to what the radar could look like. Remember, I did talk about and I did say that the HRRR and the NFDF, is that right, or is it the NDFD? Okay, the NDFD. I said both of them were kind of different, and I'll show y'all why right now. Because if we push this forward, as you can see, as we get into tomorrow morning, obviously that rain is gonna come through and it's gonna fall. And then we do have a bit of a quiet period tomorrow as well. Maybe some more isolated showers could pop off in the Midlands of South Carolina tomorrow morning to into the afternoon hours, but we're not really watching for anything. And it looks like that it's finally starting to agree with the NDFD. So let's hope that it stays like that. But if I'm inside the upstate, I don't really think there's a need for any umbrellas. Maybe just north of Columbia and northwest of Columbia and even west of Columbia. You may also want to see an umbrella going into tonight, if you are going out tonight, obviously. But I think once we get into tomorrow morning, into tomorrow afternoon, if we do get a shower, it will be small, and you probably won't need an umbrella at all tomorrow. Just thinking about it now. And here is the future tracker, what we could expect for the future. I do want to look at one thing though. I did find something that was really cool. So if you go on ahead and let's do Charleston, for example. I know y'all can't see my screen right now, but let's do Charleston for an example. And we bring it over here, and we go on ahead and do scene 1. Y'all can see my screen. This was from Microsoft. I found this, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should show it, and maybe see, what it does. And once I go to tomorrow, Monday, I scrolled down, and I saw this, and I was like, what is this? And so, very, very interesting to see that if you was to do something like this, look, umbrella, no need for tomorrow. Outdoors, poor obviously because of fog. I think that's why. Maybe not fog, but I don't know why. But I'm pretty sure if I was to guess, probably fog. But you have the UV index, the driving safety, and it says very poor here. So I'm just gonna guess fog. Clothing, heavy coat. For the temperature of 62 degrees, I don't know why a heavy coat would be necessary. But anyways, so you have that, and then you have heat stroke as well. So, I might try to incorporate this in some way, shape, or form. But I just wanted to show y'all that because I thought it was pretty cool to see that. I thought it was pretty cool to see that they can tell people, oh, will there be a need for an umbrella? Oh, what time is it great to go outside? The UV index, the driving safety, the clothing, the heat stroke, wind chills, all that kind of stuff. So, that is that, and let's go ahead and move on to the future. So, for the future, looking at the GFS, if we went ahead and push this model forward, you can see that storm's going to leave us, and we're going to have a bit of a break. There goes that trough right there. We're going to have a bit of a break, and it's going to be quiet for a while. I mean, look at this nice, quiet weather. Ain't nothing happening until we get into around the 22nd, where some rain might try to push in and try to bring potentially that heavy rain. Again, I have not seen anything really, mainly for gusty winds or severe weather. I can go back and see if I see something, but I'll show that at the end. But there goes the system. Mainly just heavy rain for right now. But if we push this forward some more, we do have that snow all the way up there inside the Great Lakes region, and then potentially trying to maybe start some severe weather event going down into Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, maybe, and then on the 26th, it goes down to the deep south. And I think this is not really a system that we might need to watch that much. Now, this system we might need to watch because this one is trying to showing some very interesting stuff. Very heavy rain. I don't know for the chance of gusty winds with this one just yet, but it looks like we have a huge snowmaker up there for the Northeast on the 29th. And then this is when we kind of get into the last few days of March. Very calm. And then we stay calm pretty much until April. Here we go, April Fool's Day, April the 1st. This is 360 hours out, so don't take everything from here seriously. But it's showing that we might get a couple of showers on April the 2nd. So, that's for the long range. I do find it very interesting to see that this is severe weather season and not much severe weather has happened at all, which is obviously a great thing. But I do want to show you all this. So, you saw that, actually, let me go back. The system that we just saw that passed by, here it is on March the 22nd. If we go on ahead and switch over, and we go on ahead and switch it off to March the 22nd, and we change over to March 22nd, that's Friday. If we show what all the models are showing, you can see the low pressure down there. You can see that it will start to ride up the coast pretty much, and it will try to bring pretty much, not really, it will try to bring us those southerly winds, and then try to move a bit more eastward, but it's gonna pretty much stay southerly. Going to the precipitation with this, you can see heavy precipitation, thunderstorms occurring. Not really dropping too much for us. If we go to like the 22nd, yeah, some heavy rain is possible, but I'm not really watching too much for flash flooding and things like that. Obviously, heavy rain is actually possible, but yeah, with this whole thing right here, I do think that heavy rain is possible. Now, in terms of wind gust is not really that much of an issue, so I'm not really watching too much. Now, out here in the ocean, 80 mile per hour wind gusts are possible out there inside the ocean, but for us, maybe some 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts towards the coast on the 23rd, but could potentially reach close to 40 near Wilmington, Jacksonville, 30. But I'm not really watching anything too bad when it comes to wind gusts. And obviously, thunderstorms as well. You want to see if we have that cape as well. And you check it out. Not too much. It's showing some type of cape, but I'm not really looking at anything too bad when it comes to cape. Well, that's about wrap this up. The system on the 22nd on Friday could bring some heavy rain to most of South Carolina. I think that's the next thing on our agenda after we're done with tonight. With this rain tonight, we're really just going to be watching out for this system on Friday. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're good. Nice days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And, well, actually, you can count Monday, too, because today's Sunday. So, yeah, you can count Monday as well. So, yeah, that's going to be about it. Thank y'all so much for watching this forecast update. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning with another forecast update.